This is the continuation of the Bill Matteson story. In 1982, President Reagan asked Lee Iacocca, then chairman of Chrysler Corporation, to head a private sector effort to raise funds for the restoration and preservation of the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. Bill Matteson and his firm were called upon to form the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island Foundation. The clothes you're wearing are the clothes you wore. The response from the American public was amazing. The restoration of our Statue of Liberty was very important. They were able to raise over $500 million for that restoration, and it was reopened in 1982. The foundation's next project was to restore Ellis Island, which had fallen into bad disrepair. It was reopened 2 years early in 1990. All funds for the foundation's projects have come from the American people. No government funds have ever been used. Bill was recognized later for his 25 years of dedicated service to the foundation as its counsel and director. His daughter Sandy is pointing at a plaque where his name is etched at the base of the Statue of Liberty. Over the years while running his law firm, Bill still found time for his friends to go hunting at Clove Valley or pass on some advice to a president. Bill's stewardship as presiding partner ended in 1993. However, he didn't retire officially until the end of 1996. The movies that Bill's father made when he was growing up are just priceless. That's why I'm going to share some more of those with you while I review some of the things that Bill accomplished. Over the years, Bill was active in the International Bar Association and the Bar Association of New York. He also served on several boards, including the French American Foundation, the Hartford Foundation, the Salk Institute, the Board of Foreign Parishes, the Sconset Trust, the New York Institute for Special Education, the Petty School, Miss Porter School, and Kalamazoo College. Now I'm going to tell you some more wonderful stuff Bill accomplished while you watch some of the movies and cartoons that he watched when he was a kid down the basement of his home. I wonder how many times Bill and his brother and sister and mom and dad watched this scene and laughed down in their basement. Who can have his charms? I'm in love and don't I show it like a babe in arms. They even had original Mickey Mouse cartoons. They had Felix the Cat cartoons, and they also had Popeye. A particular interest of Bill's was the U.S. Council for International Business, where he served as vice chairman from 1986 to 1999, focusing on key issues of world trade, finance, and investments as the U.S. representative on the Business and Industry Advisory Committee to the Organization for Economic Cooperation in Paris. Not sure what all that meant, but I hope you enjoyed the old movies and cartoons. Another one of Bill's activities was to teach a law class for 12 weeks every year at Columbia Law School. He wrote a case study of the development of a private business and its change into a public company, maybe like what he experienced with the Ford Foundation. Bill always said, "I looked forward to my friends becoming clients and my clients becoming friends." Well, Bill retained friendships for years and years, whether they be classmates at Yale, business associates. To quote Hoyt Amadon when talking about Bill, he said, "This is a complete man, always working hard to stay on top of whatever he was doing, always being true to his values, always trying to be a good friend to those whom he liked and admired, and loved and admired him." This was Bill's 80th birthday celebration at the Union Club with daughter Holly, daughter Sandy, and wife Mary Lee. Whenever Bill visited us in California, he always insisted on visiting his friend Mark Stern out in Malibu. Bill had been Mark's friend and mentor. Mark said, "Bill was one of the most important people in my life. He really cared about me and my family." Bill Matteson was at home on Nantucket Island. And you can see the intensity in his grandson Sam's eyes, the same eyes that Bill has when he's playing ping pong with me. He was comfortable on his boat. He always loved the water. And he was comfortable taking us to his club so that we could enjoy clam bake. And he loved playing golf on the Sankaty Golf Course. What a beautiful place to play golf.
But this half-pint imitation put me.
One of my great pleasures was putting together jigsaw puzzles with Bill and the rest of the family. It was so much fun. This is Holly after 5 days of partying during her 50th birthday celebration. Don't you love the look on Bill's face? He sure loved his daughters. Bill always wanted his family to come visit him in Nantucket in the summertime and Johns Island in Florida in the wintertime. The obvious love that Bill felt for his wife Marilee could be seen in his eyes. Bill's brother-in-law had graduated from West Point. His body was interred at West Point on May 8, 2015. The family had assembled there for that interment. Bill stayed up exchanging animated stories with his sister about their childhood that night.
Once I laughed when I heard you say it.
He had a smile on his face when he went to bed that night, but sadly never woke up.
Solitaire, uneasy in my easy chair. It never entered.
Our memorials began for Bill on August 24th with a Scotch walk up to the Sankaty Lighthouse, where Bill liked to go in the evenings. Bill loved the water, and it was only appropriate that we spread some of his ashes the following day. The remainder of Bill's ashes were laid to rest at the Sconset Union Chapel the next morning. August 26th was Bill Matteson's favorite day of the year. That was his wedding anniversary. This would have been their 65th. He was laid to rest next to his dear friends, the Rhodes. The flowers were lovingly arranged by his daughter, Lynn. Bill liked to play the piano while his daughter Sandy sang, and this was one of their favorites. Sandy sang at his memorial. Following Bill's memorial, a reception was held at the Chanticleer restaurant, which was opened around 1900 in Sconset. In 1969, Bill, with Roy Larson and other investors, purchased the Chanticleer. They restored it completely and revamped it. Today it is a thriving business run by Susan Handy. An absolutely perfect place to remember Bill.
Once you warned me.
Bill's 3 daughters. He would have loved this picture. Bill and I put together a lot of jigsaw puzzles, usually with a scotch in one hand. And Bill, he really enjoyed looking for patterns and trying to put sections together. When he did that, he was so proud of himself. You know, I think that's kind of how he lived his life. He was always looking for patterns and how to make things fit. Thankfully, Bill put together his life story called Reflections. We are such a lucky family to have this record of his life. He was a great man. I'm so happy that Bill and my father were able to meet and spend time together at our reception up in Sequim, Washington. I am so incredibly fortunate to be married to Bill's daughter, Sandy. On October 15th, friends, co-workers, old college pals all met at the Union Club, one of Bill's favorite places in New York City, the last time.
There's somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be someone to watch over me. I'm a little clam who's lost in the wood. I know I could always be good to one who watch over me. Although he may not be the guy some girls think of as handsome, to my heart he carries the key. Won't you tell him please to pick up some speed, follow my lead, oh how I need someone to watch over me. Someone to watch over me.
Rest in peace, Bill Matteson. It was an honor to know you.